What's up, guys? What's up? Just got back from the comic store. Got a lot of comics to sift through. Ugh. But guess what? This is that toy life, which also includes comics and also includes people like me and him and her and many more. What's up,
what
fellas?
guests do we have tonight?
We have Richard Simmons.
Woo!
We are gonna exercise this girlfriend, and you are not gonna be sorry when
Yeah,
you
check
have
it
that
out.
burn in the morning.
Thrawn Alliance's #2's out.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna say they finally are getting around to adapting this book. I guess because of the new hype of Thrawn,
Yeah.
they're like, all right, I think it's time. So maybe they'll just finish out and do all 3 of the books. That'd be pretty cool.
So is this your haul?
Is this your haul? Are you
Yeah,
starting?
Yeah, I was
your
gonna
haul?
say sort of my
Let's start
haul.
with your haul. Let's do that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm looking through. Well, that's the thing. Kiss my haul. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, look, hey Ray, you would love this. Look, the
Oh
Superman
yeah,
78, the middle
78.
curtain. Yeah, we're on issue 4. I think this is a
Yeah.
pretty cool issue, and you could see. Guess who's back?
Oh yeah, Gene Hackman's Luthor.
Guess who's back?
Yeah,
Again.
you know that's one I have not tried that series out yet. I guess I need to give it a shot. I did start the new Batman '89 series though. Have you all started that? The sequel series?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've had
I've
issue 1 since. I've had issue 1 since the release, and
Yeah,
then there's
issue
been
2's
multiple
been delayed. Yeah.
There's been delays. I don't know. I mean, the first series had delays due to COVID. I don't know what the delays are for this one. I don't know what I mean, it was over the holiday season, so maybe there's.
Nah, it's
I don't
probably
think
somebody didn't get the art done on time, or
something. I don't know, but I will say though, in terms of toy hauls, we did. I don't have it on hand, but my wife did find on clearance. She got the Mummy for the Universal Monsters NECA.
Uh-huh.
We got the Mummy to go with the accessory pack that we had. So now it's complete. So now we have the Frankenstein and complete set and the Mummy and complete set.
That's awesome.
So yeah, this coming up Halloween, we're gonna get to put them out fully, and that's gonna look cool because the Mummy looks really cool in the suit. We got him in the sarcophagus, like just sitting up like this,
Mhm.
and it just looks really cool. The Mummy himself, it was just like from the movie. It came with some extra cloth to drape over the arms and the neck. But what's really cool is it came with basically a treasure chest, and you open it up and it had like a scroll inside, and all of this goes in the main chest that came with the accessory set. So yeah, it's really cool how everything comes together. But we got that, and then I also found this at Target.
Wednesday. Is this
NECA's
supposed to
Toonie
be
Terrors.
Is this supposed to be the Jenna Ortega Wednesday?
Yep, this is the new. Yeah, this is the Nevermore Academy version. To be honest with you, I'm going to go back and get the other one too. They had the regular Wednesday dress, the flowered dress.
Mhm.
I like that one a little better just because I'm biased about having the show version. But this was the only way you could get Thing initially with her.
Mhm.
And this is the only one I saw was of this. There was only one of her and a lot of the others. So I grabbed this, but it's really cool. You get Thing there.
That's cool.
Yeah, thought that was really neat. And yeah, he does stand, sit up. You could even sit him on her head, which is kind of funny. I've done that.
Is it sitting or standing?
What do you mean?
Did you say sitting on her head, or standing on her head?
Standing, I guess, whatever you want to say. And stand on her head.
Smart Alec.
Stand on your head.
No.
Ooh.
Oh man.
But no. Another. This is random. I don't know if you guys remember these at all, but I figured out it was at Burger King, but in the 80s when Burger King, I guess, was really trying to get going, when Beetlejuice the cartoon came out, they actually did a toy line. I don't know if you remember any of these, but they had, it was like you had the little Beetlejuice, base on everything, every figure, and then you had one of every family member, and you can see this is the Mother Deets. And if you look at her back,
it's scary.
Beetlejuice spider on her back.
So this cartoon Beetlejuice.
Yeah, this is the animated series. It was like 89, I think, when this came out. And these were at Burger King. So I don't know. I saw this, had to grab it at the toy store, and also grabbed a White Ranger, but this is the movie version from McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I thought that looked familiar.
Because see, I never had the White Ranger. See, I've got a Red Ranger. This is old Red Rangers. I was just going to show you the rest of my collection. I've got the Black Ranger.
Those came from McDonald's?
Yeah, it came from McDonald's. And I'll show you. This is how they fully.
Wow.
I've got a Yellow Ranger, and see, they would come with their vehicle, and I still have the Yellow Ranger with her vehicle, with the bear, and all of them were the same. They were the animals of their color, but they all were just rolly wheeled.
Yeah,
it was still really cool because every one of them, would fit in the seats. I mean, I could interchange them out. I mean, you can see they all fit in the seats. But I just thought that was a really cool McDonald's toy, and even without the vehicle, I just thought the little figures were actually really cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got 4 of them so far. I need blue and pink. I'll have them all. Yeah. So yeah, I've been slowly just collecting here and there, getting little things that if I see it,
and it's not all that expensive.
Huh?
They're not all that expensive either.
Right. I was going to say this was just and like I paid $1 for this and $1 for him. So.
Well, I see like the whole set on eBay for like $40.
Yeah. I was even looking at there was because I started getting into looking at toy lines from McDonald's and Burger King and stuff, and one toy line like I would like to finish out the Power Rangers or get just basically get them all so I can get all the vehicles. But I mean they had they had like I remember Fraggle Rock and Tiny Toons and stuff like that. They all Muppet Babies was the main ones I was thinking of. Muppet Babies had a toy line where it was really cool. Each you had like the Muppet Baby figure, but then it had like a little vehicle with them too. So I don't know. And then God, in the 90s when you had the Batman figures that came out, like you had the Batman the animated series, you could get those little toys. That was I mean, that's basically kind of what these are. If you remember, like the Batman the animated series toys were similar to these little figures.
No,
these are not even 3 3/4 inch. These are probably about 3 inch, if that.
Yeah, but those have 5 POA.
Yeah,
legs move, arms move, head moves.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've never seen McDonald's toys do that.
Yeah, it was insane. I thought this was really impressive, and I mean, I'm just if you're a detail-oriented guy, if you were a major fan, these were in the style of the movie. Like they were armored. Like if you look at the details and stuff, it was like the armored suits. See even the pads on the arms. It was basically just basically to replicate like the movies. Maybe the White Ranger. I mean, the White Ranger is a little different, but yeah, I mean they all just had like their armored versions of their.
Yeah, I almost want to look into like what goes into, or at least what went into, because they don't really do toys as much anymore for fast food. But I also kind of want to do, because it was mostly IP, licensed toys and stuff each month. But I wonder what the process was from getting the license to, whenever they would actually start putting them out. Like, do they have to like go through just like brainstorm designs and then they have to clear it with the licensor? Just like
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have to approve it. Yeah,
I bet it was all. This is what it seems like to me, and this is based off of kind of how their McDonald's is doing it now. I noticed with a few different toy lines, if you like looking at a Disney company, they did Little Mermaid, and there was another thing where they were kind of gimmicky toys where they use like an app process where you can go and download an app and set, and play with an app along with them. And they also, when you rolled them, they did like little gimmicks, like, little tricks when you would move them. So it seemed like I'd seen a few different Disney IP using that, or just, using sort of that similar idea, but without any gimmicks, just little figures about that size. So I wonder if there's actual companies that focus on just making these toys. And then they just, once they get the IP, like if you get the licensing for whatever, then they just get the molds and adapt it to whatever they, if it's like if it was Peter Pan, like the movie Hook, so you're going to get bathtub toy, like people that specialize in making bathtub. They were like, oh yeah, we have like this that'll like scoot around in the water, and so we could put this on it and make it, put Captain Hook on him and make it do that. Yeah. I'm sure it's probably a similar process like that. And it's probably a company they just always go to for everything, because they probably have their little departments for everything. Like, oh yeah, we have this little bit and we have this little bit we could do.
Now I think that things have changed with Funko. It's like everything they put out now is tailored towards that Funko crowd, or trying to replicate that Funko look a little bit. Like
speaking of Funko, Funko, I'm speaking to you right now directly. You know what? Put me on here real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on.
Funko, you need to complete.
Oh, he's angry.
I'm angry. You need to complete the series you started with Chip and Dale and the other Disney Saturday morning cartoons. You had a great thing going. These were awesome action figures. You got this Gizmo. You had I think I think Dale came with Zipper, but you didn't come out with Monterey. You didn't come out with their vehicle. What happened, Funko? Release the set. Finish the set.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you did Tailspin too, and you didn't even finish that. Where's the plane for Tailspin? And he's dragging, and I don't even think you could buy his kid yet. And he was like on a glider. That would have been a cool set. Funko, get it together, Funko. Get it together.
Well, that, my friends, was Austin's Soapbox.
Oh, that's it. We're done.
Welcome.
Bye.
Say good. Yeah. Joe Fan 84. Joe Fan 84 said, "Yeah, Funko's mad. Chip and Dale look good though." Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoever does it is cool. But they just started these lines, and I'm like, cool. They had Chip, they had Dale, and I think Zipper came with Dale, and then Gadget I think came out right after that, and then boom, they just stopped the line, and I'm like, you had one more.
Yeah.
I wanted Monterey Jack, just like they would Tailspin. I just have King Louie, but I think with Tailspin, if I'm not mistaken, there was Baloo, King Louie, I think Shere Khan, and that was it. I don't even think I can't remember the lady, and the kid. I don't think they ever got, or the little girl. So they never got to those characters. And I'm like,
how much were they? $14.99 or something?
No, they were actually, I think, at like $8.95, $9.95 price range. Really? Yeah, that's what shocked me. They were at a decent like $10, somewhere like a $10 range, and they were just action figures. And they have like Dale here. I mean, the legs with them, if you look, they're really, they got the thick thighs, so you have to move the whole. So you have to move the whole leg, and so that's where the joint is. But like the arms, for example, you can move the whole arm up and down, like do. You had, I don't know, whatever you call this articulation, Ashley, but you got the elbow joint.
Yeah,
and this could rotate and all that. I mean, had all this, and then the head rotates, but that's it. I mean, the head just turns left or right. But still, I thought, these were decent enough action figures, and Funko's a big enough company. Oh, they're going to do the whole set. Then they'll probably come out with their glider, like their, the flyer machine.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I've seen in the Walmart toy section, there are some Disney universe figures now. I don't know who puts them out.
Oh yeah, I saw that because they had like Aladdin and Lion King. Those were actually
so I don't know if Funko lost the license or what.
Well, whoever it is, they need to just put those out. Then I think there was a there's a company I think doing some Disney cartoon stuff right now. I feel like, or there was, I can't remember who they were. It wasn't in my big five or whatever. It was somebody else, but they did. It sort of reminded me of the big Super 7 Ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Joe Fan, I've got Chip and Dale, the Blu-ray set. and I haven't finished it yet. I had started it, and wow! I mean, if you go on the Disney Channel or the Disney Plus app, the Chip and Dale episodes, I think they're all they're high def, but I think they panned and they scanned them to be widescreen, so you cut out a lot of the picture, or not a lot, but you cut out picture. And so if you want the full thing, if you get the Blu-ray set, they're all in the original, I think 133 full frame rate ratio. And man, they cleaned up Chip and Dale like crazy. DuckTales, I don't know if they've done those yet. They haven't touched those, but Tailspin, that would be great, because Tailspin that was really good. And Darkwing Duck was really good. I mean, I love those. I stopped around, I think, when Bonkers started up. That's when I stopped. I didn't watch that or further.
You're such a nerd.
I am a Disney nerd, man. I'm a nerd of many things, and Disney's one of them. I love
You're a
it.
Disney nerd.
It's my wife's fault too. She makes it worse.
So, Ray, do you have a haul since we're doing hauls?
Actually, no. I don't have anything new. I do have some new stuff coming.
Yeah, me too.
But the BVS Superman, I think it got delayed by about 10 days for me, because I think it was supposed to
The Batman.
Yeah. I think it was supposed to be March 1st, but now it's March 11th, so maybe it might be here.
Oh yeah, let me check mine. I wonder.
But who knows? With McFarlane, sometimes their stuff goes earlier then, and sometimes it goes later then.
Yeah, I don't have a haul either, really.
March 11th for me.
Yeah,
really, the same as him. I'm working on a project for my shelves up here, and I printed out. Let me add myself here. I didn't print it out, but I had one of my friends print out the first of it, which this is a stand for Black Series figures. So you just kind of slide their foot in here to keep them held up. But no, actually, he printed out the first riser, which you could see like right there. So it's should I get it down? I hate to get it down. Let me just get it down. I should have got it down before we started, but I'm gonna get it down. Talk amongst yourselves. Here's a topic: Chip and Dale.
Yeah, man. Listen, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was my jam. Ray, were you like a fan at all of the Saturday morning stuff? You know, like all that Disney stuff.
I'm not talking about this.
Okay. Well, anyway, so
talk about Dune. Let's talk about Dune.
Wow. You know what? I want to see
Dune's
it in IMAX.
I want to see it in IMAX too.
Why not? I mean, how about not 3? We'll just watch it in 3. IMAX 3.
I want to see it on the world's tallest IMAX.
That would be actually amazing to see, because can you imagine? Could you imagine your hand just digging into those popcorn buckets like this?
Oh God!
While you're in this thing and it's just huge, and you see this worm, and no, I
got to feel like at some point in the marketing department of whoever okayed that, they know exactly what people are going to like react to about that, and they thought, let's do this. Like, let's ride this, because it made it even more popular with how suggestive it looks.
I still want it though. It's like it's one of those now that is so controversial that I want it.
So I swear somebody had to have seen that, and they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Let's ride this. Let's ride this wave of controversy into some money.
Speaking of the popcorn buckets, you may have to keep a lookout, or help me keep a lookout in your town. But I went by our AMC, and they acted clueless, like they had no idea when. But I wanted to see when they would get those trap popcorn, the ghost trap popcorn buckets, and they have no idea yet. So you may have to keep a lookout in yours. They seem to be more bucket.
Have you seen the Slimer one?
Yeah, I've seen the one for Cinemark.
Yeah, maybe.
I was going to say that would I would love to have that one too, but the main one I want is the AMC because it's, oh my God, it's like the Ghost Trap, and it also comes with an extension thing so you can put more popcorn in it. But it also looks like because you have to open up the trap, and it looks like when you're catching a ghost.
That's cool.
It's the perfect idea for a popcorn bucket and a collector's item for Ghostbusters. So it's going to look great on the shelf. It's just going to be, it's going to be great. So I can't wait. I'm going to hopefully get one.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to show this off.
Show it off. Show it all.
So here it is. He printed this out for me. This is,
wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, just
dude, that is really, really, really cool.
But the cool thing about this is it keeps your figures from tilting over. Like, see, I don't want to watch me screw up and they all fall down. But
it keeps your figures from.
Oh, they're going. I'm scared. It keeps going. Well, he almost did. Fate. I'm not gonna do it anymore. But
I get it though. I mean, that's actually really cool. It really holds them down good.
Yeah. So the idea here is, I'm trying to get a good view here. There is let me get Balin if I can pull him out that way. Nope. Let me turn it around. Oh crap. So anyway, these things. Oh, you got him too. So if you could see right here, there's a little lip in here, so that the little thing slides in. I can't see worth a crap, man. And so that lip kind of holds the back of the stand. That's
actually really cool.
Place. Yeah.
I thought the stand itself was separate. I thought it was like, oh, you could get this riser stand with the pegs, or so no, it's a riser that fits those little. That's actually really, really cool.
And so it's built specifically for, this is called an IKEA Billy case, right? So it's built specifically for that. So you print out 3 or 4 of these guys and it fills up the whole width of the shelf.
Well, speaking of, good point with Wicked, I guess no problem also with these feet, because you know how like he has
so I've got him in there, but it's not like he's holding. Well, I mean,
I was going to say he didn't got him fall in there out, so I didn't know, but I was just going to say it did. Okay.
Yeah. But now if it was like Zeb or somebody like that, I'm sure there would be no way to get his foot in there. But so what I did was I saw a guy online. His name's Luke's Land Speeder, and he designs these things for and sells them and prints them out for people. And you can print them out yourself if you join his Patreon. So I joined his Patreon for was it $7 or $14 or something like that? I can't remember. But this dude not only has this, which is awesome. I love these, and I think I'm actually gonna try and buy myself a 3D printer, just so I can print these things out, so I don't have to keep going to my buddy and say, "Hey, print me another one and another one and another one." But I'm gonna share this screen here, so you can see this guy, what this guy does. You join his Patreon and you get the files to print out any of this stuff, man. I mean, just
oh wow.
Yeah, look at that crap. The whole throne room. You can print it out. I mean,
now I know this is crazy because I know they've.
Oh, it's designed to fit the IKEA Detolf shelf. That's what you have back there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I have, but does he also have like a thing for where you can print out the throne if you just bought the Emperor without the throne?
Well, no. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm thinking it's just the background.
I was just curious because I know that there was a set you could buy where it was the Emperor that came on his throne, but I didn't get that one. I just had the Emperor, so I always was wondering if I could just 3D print the throne and paint it, because I feel like it would be kind of simple to do. I mean, in terms of the painting and stuff.
Oh yeah, that would. I mean, just look at that Star Destroyer.
These are awesome. These are really, really cool.
I know. Oh, and look at this, like the Millennium Falcon area right there.
I would would like to have that.
I know, man. I mean, there is so, I now, I don't know what what kind of printer you really need to.
Oh, wait, we got more.
Oh, you
Oh,
do.
wow. The speeder from episode 2.
Yeah.
That is wild.
And these are all Black Series style.
Yeah.
But the neat thing is so a lot of the stuff you can scale down for the 3 3/4 inch
The vintage
stuff too.
The book thing right there for your bookshelf is that. Oh my God, that is great.
Let's look at that workshop, man. Look at this workshop.
Oh wow.
That is awesome. Just like, especially if you were like into taking pictures and stuff, with your figures. I mean,
yeah, this dude's great. Land Speeder Luke. Yeah,
Land Speeder Luke. And
yeah, I was going to say, look, this Luke right here coming from the door. This right here would be great to have.
Which one?
The Luke coming out of the door right here.
Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah,
that looks. Cool. Oh, that looks so good.
That is cool. I'm thinking about one day printing this out. This Doc Ondar's place, because I do have that figure.
See, that actually would be really cool, because I want a Doc Ondar as well. Probably my next visit, I'll probably end up just grabbing one of him.
I'm partial to that Stormtrooper cafeteria or the Clone Trooper cafeteria set.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Do you see that?
Yeah, that's
looks
cool.
like it's got
Oh
a Bad
wow,
Batch
no,
and some clones.
that is really cool.
Yeah, and you can see everything it takes. Now, of course, it's going to print out in whatever color you do it. So there is some painting to make it look pretty decent, but sometimes like this thing right here, you could print it out in that color, that brown looking color, and call it a day if you really wanted to. I mean, dude even made an entire Rancor.
Oh wow, like the Dark Trooper set, like where you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
That is so cool.
You remember that from The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah, is that the control room that they were holding off until Luke showed up?
Yep.
I mean,
see that X-wing come in behind.
I just can't believe that all the cool stuff.
Ramp.
Yeah.
Oh, and the chest from Jedi Order, Fallen Order.
Yep.
That that would be cool to have. I actually wouldn't mind having that.
Yeah, the dude makes a lot of stuff,
I know this is biased, but I mean this is blasphemy, but I wonder if he could if I could hit him up about a certain captain's chair.
We don't want your Star Trek crap in here.
In a galaxy, this is cool. Far away.
This is just cool. Get you a 3PO.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for my Annie, my little Annie to come in.
Little Annie, yeah, I got him pretty.
Little orphan Annie.
Little orphan Annie.
Yeah.
Oh God, I never thought about that double entendre, especially after episode 2.
But
he's little orphan Annie.
You know, George was in the corner every time she said Annie. Like he was just like.
After he filmed the scene where Anakin's mother dies, all of a sudden you hear George humming the song, "Little Orphan Annie" from the little radio show back in the 30s. Little Orphan Annie.
Like he was.
Turns out you really are an orphan now, Anakin.
Like he did suspiciously walk around singing "It's a Hard Knock Life" quite often on set. I don't know why, but anyway.
Well, anyway, I just want to give this guy a shout out. Landspeederluke.com. Hit his Patreon up $14 a month, and you
that's
get
well
files
worth it
to
that.
print this. Now
really cool.
he does sell prints if you really want prints. So, like if you're interested in one of those things, he'll print some of that stuff out, sell it to you, I believe.
Coolio.
But yeah, once I saw that these could be printed, oh no, now I may be forced to try to save up some and buy a 3D printer to mass produce these risers for my shelves.
Man, I'll tell you. Speaking of that, I feel like I am filling up on toys. I've got to start figuring out shelf space.
Yep. Hey, he makes a riser like this for your IKEA that fits your Detolf.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder how many figures you could do.
What is it? 12 by? Is it 12 inches?
Something like that, I think. Yeah.
You could probably fit 5 or 6 on a row. and you're talking. I don't know how tall it is because it's made specifically for the DTOF to get the maximum amount of figures in there. I really need to start opening up some more Black Series figures to start filling this out. Yep. I might do that tonight. Anywho, before we start talking figures, something was released today.
Oh.
An image was released today.
Actually, you know what? There was another one. There was 2 images. Well, not of something else. So there's the one you did, but I mean, the one we talked about earlier. But there was also an image for the new Tron movie that was released today
I
too.
saw that.
Tron
really?
That dropped on my Instagram and I liked it. I saw that. I'm excited. I'm also excited that I didn't know that was coming so soon because they just all of a sudden went boom. We're working on it. It's
got a pretty
happening.
stacked cast.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of Jared Leto's, he does like at least have the talent kind of to back it up for the most part, but I mean, there's a reason he's won he won an Oscar. He is an Oscar winner, I believe, correct?
For Dallas Buyers Club, I don't know. He was at least nominated probably for that.
I thought it was for like Requiem for a Dream or something.
It could have been that too. But I'm saying I think Joe Fan, that is Misfits, by the way. That is the original.
I was going to just say
Misfits.
this: the face that Austin sees when he sleeps at night.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no, this is the Misfits. But yeah, besides, punk band.
Yeah, but besides Leto, Cameron Monaghan, Cal Kestis from Star Wars, he's going to be in the movie. I don't know what part he's going to be, but yeah, he's part of the cast.
I'm all for it because I don't know if.
But I don't know. You go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I don't know. I don't know how big of a part Leto will have in it, but.
Well, all the cast listings seem like they lead the cast listing with him, like he's the star of it. But the big thing I'm wondering is if it's going to have any connection at all with the previous 2, because I mean, I haven't heard any rumbling of Jeff Bridges or oh God, who played his sons in the sequel? Garrett Hedlund, I think, was it?
Right. Oh yeah, I was going to say Garrett Hedlund played the son, Flynn's son.
Yeah.
But I was going to say it. I feel like I've heard that it's at least going to make reference to the the last movie did exist, but it's its own thing, kind of a continuation still, which I'm totally okay with. I mean, if it's I love the second movie. It was great, but I just want to see this world expanded upon. I don't need to go with the Flynn story, fully.
I think the only thing with the second movie that left in the air that was interesting, and I kind of wish they would have kind of followed a little bit more, is the fact that you have this data creation character of Olivia Wilde's character that's now out in the world.
Well, see, I thought
as a human, which I thought was an interesting little thing to follow. That might be to follow up on eventually, but
isn't there a rumor that her character may show up in this movie? Isn't there like a? I thought I had read a rumor, and it could totally just be made up, and I'm dreaming this, but I could have swore I read that there was either a leak or just there was a rumor that they were going to bring her character in. I mean, maybe not even like she might just like make a cameo or something, but I feel like they're supposed to at least be either she's in the movie, like she's in it, or makes a cameo, or is at least referenced. Like maybe there's a descendant of her in this. I think her name was like
Cora or something.
I can't remember. It's been long enough time. I need to rewatch the movies, and I actually had been planning on rewatching those when I saw the tease for the new movie. But yeah, I need to, and I bought the comics too. I need to read those because I've got the comic. It's the adaptation of the original Tron, and then the prequel leading up to Tron Legacy.
Did you pull up a picture of it, Ashley, or something?
Oh, of what? Tron?
Tron, the teaser picture they put up. I thought you were searching for it.
No. I was searching for another one.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up real quick for you.
Man, by the way, I was going to say, this Obi-Wan Kenobi comic series, I'm glad it's finally going to be coming to a close, because I get it for the fact that it's Star Wars, but it's the same dang artist that does that photorealistic art,
Who?
instead of actually hand drawing stuff.
Who is it?
I'll go back and I'll show you.
But anyways, well, the main topic or the main thing you were talking about, or we were talking about, was James Gunn released kind of a tease of the new Superman suit.
Oh yes, yes,
and showing the new shield, which looks like it's very influenced by the design from Kingdom Come. At least that's what it looked like to me.
Yes,
in design, not the color scheme, not because
it'd be
Kingdom Come was black and red, but but the big middle, the almost the edges of the shield almost forming the the other parts of the S. Yep, is very reminiscent of Kingdom Come. So I'm digging it. The design looks really cool.
I also like that it's lightened up. I love that the yellow's popping again. Like it's really coming out and standing out. And yeah, I was actually talking to my wife about this tonight, because I don't know anything about Kingdom Come Superman, and what is the significance of that? Because
I think it's just a design choice. But the Kingdom Come is I thought
it was the older Superman. That's the reason why I asked. I'm like, that's older Superman, but this is supposed to be younger Superman.
Like I said, I think it was purely just a design choice by Gunn. Like, because I remember him like showing a picture of like the Alex Ross Justice League at some point, and Superman in the middle, with that shield at some point, and people were wondering if this is going to mean anything like Kingdom Come or something like that. And he said, no, just just stuff I was looking at while I was kind of doing research. And I think it's simple as that. I don't think there's anything deeper to look into. I think it's just he liked that design, so he wanted to use that as a big influence.
Okay, I like it. And like I said, I'm actually digging the fact that we're going back to there's something there where it seems like we're going to a lighter Superman, like the colors, they're popping, they're brighter. You got the yellow is standing out again.
I think we're going to a colder Superman
and we're going to a colder Superman.
Yeah, his nipples are going to be popping through his shield.
But also, not only did he release this, but the name of the movie changed.
Yeah, it's just Superman now.
Just Superman.
Oh, and also, if you read his caption, it says, "I didn't know if I should post this photo from my iPhone or the video, or you rolling around in the snow in your swim trunks to celebrate the start of shooting." So I'm just wondering, the video part of that, does that mean we might also see some sort of video teaser coming soon, or has there already been a video tease?
No, there's no video, but
it just sounds like it was a personal video he had taken, like while they were celebrating. I guess today is
the anniversary of Superman or something.
Oh yeah, the birthday of Superman. Yeah.
So one of the weird things is it's saying swim trunks. So does he have the red trunks? I wonder. Yeah, I mean you can't tell obviously here.
Well, he does say swim trunks though.
So I'm wondering if he's going to have the red trunks on in this movie. I mean, I'm all for it. I like the red trunks. Don't get me wrong.
Now, when you say red trunks, is there some Superman that has like red trunk, like actual swim trunks?
Well, no, like like the classic Superman, he has red underwear on.
Oh,
he's thinking that he's referencing.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
But now
it's kind of like take it or leave it. But I'm biased because I'm
over the years they've tried to get rid of that to make it look just one color, blue all the way down. And the Man of Steel did that, and it was okay. I preferred the breakup of the blue with the red trunks. But no, I'm super excited with this. Not only that, but there was somebody else that had some information out too. It was what's the guy's name? He's playing Mr. Terrific.
Oh, God.
Eddie
EK, I think.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
I'm forgetting his name, but I know him from like Justified and X-Men First Class. Edie get that.
Yeah, so he's showing off his physique now.
Oh man, yeah, he's getting that.
He's going to be who?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. Oh God, now, what's his name? Michael John. Oh, why am I forgetting his name? I know it's 3 names.
That's
Michael.
him right there.
Oh, okay.
Tell you, you're the resident comic geek alongside me, but I can't remember the full character's name. Michael John.
You're talking about
Carter?
his.
Is it Michael John Carter?
No, you're talking about Booster Gold.
Oh God, yeah, that's a completely wrong person.
It's
no.
God, man. Now if you didn't say anything, I could spit it out. Mr. Terrific is oh God.
It's Michael John Carter's Booster Gold. Here, I'm just gonna do the Google thing.
Yeah.
Michael Holt. Holt. I had the first name right. It was Michael something.
Yeah, Holt. Jeez.
Oh, you don't remember him from Arrow, Austin? Wasn't he great in Arrow? You don't remember Mr. Terrific in Arrow?
Oh gosh, dude, don't even bring that up. That was
you're better off not remembering him.
That is awful. That was just sorry, dude, who played Mr. Terrific in that show, but that I'm glad the CW is dead. I'm glad it's dead.
I just wish they could have put a little bit more effort into that end. God.
Yeah. I mean, it did some good things. Like I saw some good things.
It did some. I would say even it did some great things.
Yeah.
I would even go so far as to that. I think if the whole thing of the CW is just too many showrunners got too. I felt like it's just too many ego trips because because the rabid fandoms. Yeah. So you get a showrunner get in. It's like, oh, especially like you think of like how Mark Guggenheim would be about Arrow with his favoritism towards certain characters, or Kreisberg was apparently an abusive person to his actors, and then Eric Wallace I think he was just delusional in those final seasons of Flash.
Oh gosh, man, those final seasons of Flash were awful. So to me, I think it's just it was the victim of we have to have 24 episodes every season.
And then also you had these CW kind of tropes that seem like they have to be in there. Like you have to have some like romance subplots between characters. Some will they, won't they's happening somewhere.
Yeah. And two, just not having the money to spend.
I feel like there was no fan. It felt like to me those shows never had much fan input. Like they would have, you could go out and have like meet the stars and they would mingle with the fans, all this kind of stuff. But it just always felt like overall the fandom and stuff never really pushed any of that too much. I mean, in the early days it did, because I remember Smallville seeming to be like they tried to start throwing a little bit out there for fans. But when you get to where you had the Flash, the first few seasons were like, all right, here we go. And then it just started feeling like you said it
fell off a cliff. Yeah,
it fell off a cliff where you're like, what are you doing, guy? And he's just turning around and looking at you, just laughing while he's driving off the cliff, and you just don't know. You just there's no explanation for how we went from here to here.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I think the biggest thing was just the lack of money put into the production.
Yeah, and also CW kind of getting smaller and smaller. As we kind of see, it seems like it's on its days before just being absorbed by some other bigger, streaming or just some other service. It's going to just come along. Company's going to acquire it at this point.
Even things like Titans kind of was horrible when it was at the DC. What was it? DC Universe app or something, and then it went to HBO Max. I didn't care for that. Swamp Thing was actually pretty good. I enjoyed Swamp Thing show.
Yeah, I guess that's part of why Gunn is kind of just going full force in terms of like there's gonna be a little bit more, I guess, oversight in terms of like the quality of the different types of media that's coming out. Which it seems like there needs to be, at least in some way, and I'm hoping it's more of like, this is good, instead of like I'm micromanaging each and everything. Just give some maybe creative mandates, like just do this, make sure it's good, and that's it.
Yeah,
and then let the creatives kind of just work their magic.
Well, while we're talking DC, let's segue into some new toy
Marvel
reveals.
Legends.
I was going to say, Ashley, by the way, we were talking about real quick about the art on these comics. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi, for this series, I'm trying to see who actually did the art, because Hauser wrote it. The artist is Salvador LaRocca,
Oh yeah.
and the color artist is. I don't think the colorist has anything to do with it. The Guru
No, yeah.
effects.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you look, I mean, and I'm not trying to hate, but yeah, put me up on the screen here. Look at this.
Yeah, I'll put you up on the screen.
Yeah, like look at that one for example. Like, look how terrible those panels are of Obi-Wan, and then her now, and then look at the next. Look at this.
Yeah,
actually,
I am
yeah.
not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of that style.
Yeah, it's terrible. And
because it looks like it's just someone taking screen caps and tracing over them and putting some like art, some like coloring over them to kind of look more.
Now look at that art.
Yeah,
that's art. That's comic art.
Yep.
But the thing is they now the covers are amazing because they get Phil Noto to do the covers.
Yeah,
and that's what ticks me off about these when they do that with these comics is when they'll have Phil Noto. It's usually their go-to is Phil Noto will do the covers, and there'll be a magnificent cover, and then you'll go into the comic and you're like, oh, sorry, I about threw up, and it just I just don't understand it.
I'm sure. He said the cover reminds me of a cereal box. I'm sure that the guy is really drawing those panels, right? He's not just tracing over some stuff. But
I don't know.
I just don't like the photorealistic look to a comic.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure a couple of those panels that Austin just showed us, I'm sure you could probably find the exact screen cap of some of those shots in the show.
And it looks like they're not, even, really good screen caps. It'll be like mid-action screen caps that are not like her crying. It'll just be like the wrong screen cap, and then he stops it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, oh that's awkward, yeah," and just puts a paper up on the TV screen, and it starts like tracing over it, and it's like, "Yeah, oh yeah," and I'm not into that art. I'm even when they're sloppy, I'd prefer that over just tracing the thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess it just depends on your preference, but for me, it takes me out of the comic a little bit.
Yeah.
All righty.
But anyway, segueing into the DC news and release stuff.
Yep. Do you want to drive this, Austin?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, first up, let's get some screen sharings going here. One of the first things that was revealed was a brand new Flash figure from DC, from McFarlane.
Evil Flash?
No, this is the yeah, really. This is the Wally West Flash.
This is I'm taking your girlfriend Flash.
Yeah. This is
it's gonna steal your girl Flash.
Yeah.
This is just the exact same figure we've already gotten with a new head. That's
Scumbag Flash. Look at him.
I mean,
it's actually Eobard Thawne disguised as the Flash.
Oops, I didn't know you were in this bathroom.
The red on the mask is almost different than the red on the body. It's like a little, I don't know.
So you've been keeping up a little bit more with DC than I have in terms of comic stuff. So I remember seeing this look on Wally right before the New 52 stuff started, and Wally kind of got erased for a bit. But he had this was, I think, when they did Flash Rebirth, Johns and I think Ivan Rice did the whole Flash Rebirth, that event, and they did this look with Wally where he kind of has whited out eyes to kind of differentiate him from Barry, who has the big circles where you could see his eyes.
Well, even in the 90s, he had whited out eyes.
He had whited out eyes.
Wally did, yeah, for a time there. Like when he first came out right after the Legends miniseries, he looked just like Barry Allen Flash. But then over the next year or so, he changed and got the white slits.
So it's kind of a subtle way for him to kind of look differentiate him from Barry while still keeping the same essence. Okay. Yeah. I mean, is he back to this kind of look now though in the comics?
No, I don't know. I hadn't read I hadn't been keeping up with DC.
Okay,
lately.
yeah, me neither.
So I hadn't read much of any of that, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I would like to, man. I can't do it all. it costs too much money.
I can't carry the world.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Ooh.
I think we've discussed that. It's like it's hard to keep up with, like, it's like a soap opera. It's never ending. For me, I like more just finding stuff that's kind of completed in a sense. Just go and handle that.
So here is the Vampire Nightwing from DC versus Vampires, which was a decent story. I don't think I actually finished it, but I read most of it, and it was really good.
Who was behind it, or who are the creatives involved?
I can't remember. If you want to know who the main baddie is, I could tell you that.
Dracula?
But no.
Who's that baddie?
Well, I mean, who's the mastermind behind the whole vampires taking over the earth? And I may or may not be circling him right now. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, let's see. There's several other cool McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here is another, which is the three Batman figures. I mean, why not? They're Batmans, right? And this is first appearance Batman.
Yeah, with purple gloves. Awesome.
Yep, from Detective 27.
And I believe, like, Scott Snyder in his New 52 run, he kind of took he kind of jumped back to this look for a bit to kind of pay tribute to it, I guess.
Yeah, well, at least he had the purple gloves. I remember.
Yeah, like I said, like, the purple gloves came in.
I remember that. Now this is a good looking Batman right here.
I feel like I've seen this one out, like, just by itself in the box.
No, you've seen one with blue, like blue gloves, blue cowl. I mean, same figure, just a blue and gray deco instead of this black and gray deco. So this is brand new right here with this particular paint scheme, which this is the best looking Batman that McFarlane's released, in my opinion. This particular sculpt. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, the head does look really good.
Yeah, the whole body, everything just looks slick to me. And then, of course, here is another Nightfall Batman, or Azrael Batman, whatever you want to call it.
God, I remember the old toy of that.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those. It's probably going to be super hard to get because people want it. It's a slick looking figure. Now, these three figures went up for pre-order today, so I don't know if they're still available online.
They're probably all gone.
Yeah, they're probably all gone. For a while there, I think this one was out, and this Batman was out, but the first appearance Batman was still available. But like with all of these, they'll go back to up and down on Amazon for a while. Then there was the announcement that McFarlane Toys is getting back into the Walking Dead business.
I heard about this.
Yep. So they'll be making more, which makes sense. I mean, The Walking Dead is Image Comics.
Is it just going to be the comics, or are they going to do the show as well? Like, because there's some new. There's they're kind of really, pushing their new shows now. Their spin-off series that are all kind of following different characters.
Well, it looks like they reached an agreement with AMC.
Oh, okay. So it does. Yeah. So I imagine, that makes sense because they've been pushing the newest one really hard. Like, what was it? The Ones Who Live. It's supposed to continue like
Rick's story.
Rick, it's got Andrew Lincoln and Dan Igarai, Michonne. Because they're both like creatives involved. Like they're credited as developers along with like producers, I believe, for the show.
Well, it says this strategic partnership allows McFarlane Toys to bring both physical and digital collectibles to fans worldwide, spanning the expansive The Walking Dead universe, including the latest series, The Walking Dead: The One Who Lives. With new episodes currently airing on Sundays, blah, 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 blah. So,
what a good guess I did. What are the digital collectibles? Oh, wait. NFTs.
Don't even get me started on that crap.
Anywho,
here's something that will get some people happy. New Spawn 30th anniversary figures, including this Todd McFarlane figure. Yay!
I'm gonna say Spawn looks kind of like a luchador right there.
Well, I think this is
He does. I'm getting luchador vibes.
This is what he looked like when Todd first came up with him, like as a teenager.
So he was literally watching just nonstop Mexican wrestling when he
yeah, I don't know about that.
It was like, oh, Eureka!
I mean, that Todd McFarlane figure does look pretty. Like, he
looks like he's backstage at a wrestling event. He does. Look.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
He's waiting for someone to come in with a chair and like smack Spawn over the back of the
head. And apparently there's a version that Todd signs too.
Spawn, you okay?
Oh gosh. Look at him. Look at Todd.
And he looks like an announcer at the wrestling match.
He's got his badge on.
He's got a badge on. He's got a cap. The only thing that'll make it perfect is if the back of his shirt said security.
Oh gosh, he's giving the peace sign.
Peace, guys, don't hit me.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many.
If you are really like just a big kind of McFarlane toys in general collector, I could see people being excited for that idea. Yeah. Just like the original Spawn look.
Wait, why was he barefooted? Is that a thing?
For the beach. He wants to be
for the beach. Yeah, this is if you take the toys to the beach. I don't know. It might be a Todd.
There's too many. There's too much to unpack here. I don't know if I want to just unpack all this.
I wouldn't mind though. I wouldn't mind having a Todd figure if it was signed or something by him, or have.
Well, that's what some of these. Yeah, some of these have cards signed by him in there.
But I'd want to be there getting it signed from him to have the memory. I wouldn't want to do all that.
Hey, Todd, if you're watching it, we got some questions we're gonna want to ask you about this whole shebang you got going here.
He's like, I gotta tell you what you can do with your questions.
You could take them and you could shove them up your butt.
Yeah. And here's
that's
Commando Spawn, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna try to run through these. It looks like they're double.
Is there a particular series that's from, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Looks like it's
just a big old Commando dude,
cartoonish kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying not to show everything because there's a ton of pictures here, but that's pretty.
It kind of reminds me of the movie a little bit, just because of the texturing of the suit.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Oh, that's really neat right there. And then there's Spawn unmasked. That is an awesome looking figure. Now, that's not a figure? That's a statue.
God, what was his name? Simmons?
Al Simmons.
Al Simmons, yeah.
Yeah. Which the whole Spawn thing, I mean, I used to read Spawn, so wow. It's a cover of issue 311.
I wonder if because they, since McFarlane Toys has a deal with Warner Brothers owns New Line, I wonder if he could do some Blade figures, like the Wesley Snipes Blade series, at least
I don't know.
The first two movies. Or no?
I don't know where
it's still a Marvel thing.
I feel like Marvel would still have to have I feel like
they own licensing rights to that, I imagine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know because I would love to have a
Wesley Snipes Blade.
Wesley Snipes Blade.
Cool.
Well, I didn't know that they had done them before. I can't remember which company put them out, but they weren't that bad looking. They were from the first movie, and they were dated because the movie came out in 98. The figures were dated 97 for some reason. I don't know why, because the movie came out, I think, deep into 98.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but anyway, the toys, it was like a couple of different blades. There's a Whistler and a Deacon Frost. And
yeah. Toy Biz?
Maybe it was Toy Biz. The ones that do the X-Men, the first round of X-Men figures or whatever.
Yeah.
It might have been Toy Biz.
I mean, I remember Marvel, in that early Marvel Legends, they put out a Wesley Snipes Blade.
They did.
Yeah.
They need to redo that.
Yeah, I mean, this was like early Toy Biz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind. I definitely would not mind, like, if they were to suddenly reveal a Wesley Snipes Blade figure, like just kind of like the stuff they've done with where they kind of like done a little nostalgia figures. I would definitely be pre-ordering that. That'd be a pretty cool figure to have.
Right, dude. I agree with you. I would love to have
Just
a
one or
Blade
two,
figure.
yeah. Just like in his 1 or 2 look, though. Just forget about 3. Don't worry about.
Oh
3.
yeah. No, I mean you could, yeah, definitely. I would probably. I mean, yeah, I could take either one. Definitely this. I mean, God, the second movie was so great, but yeah, dude, yeah, I could definitely
Ooh.
see him doing a really good
Oh,
line
so many pouches.
So,
with
so yeah,
Oh.
I had to show this because I have this thing for Rob Liefeld, man. I love Rob Liefeld for whatever reason, and I I love his characters. Even though I don't think I've ever read like any of his Youngblood stuff or any of his Blood stuff. It's mostly Marvel stuff that I've read.
Can we see some more pictures of that?
Oh yeah.
It's just there's just it's when I look at a character design like this, I do kind of see the point where some people will say, when I see an art design and people say too busy.
Yeah,
this is where I see it, and it's like, okay, I get it. I get what you're talking about.
Yep, he does have quite a few pouches and quite a few guns. But now that looks good. Taking all the pouches off.
It's like he color dyed his torso purple.
Yeah,
it's like purple paint.
Cabot
Ted
Stone.
Turner.
I'm Cabot Stone. Cabot.
I'm trying not to be mean here, but I can't.
That's a cool box.
Oh God.
So they're just kind of
what
showing
was that?
They're just kind of showing you how it scales with others. Oh, what was what?
The other character, the guy with like he looked like he had a match, like a matchstick flame head, coming out.
Here you go. This is the other one.
He looks like a Lobo's orphan, abandoned brother.
Bobo.
Check that out. I would love to have them, man. I just can't see myself paying $75 for each one.
Woo!
Because in this his own, is this like his own company thing or something?
No. It's a company called Loose Collector, which they put out some pretty high end action figures. So, I get it. It's Blood Wolf. If we go over here and we look at Loose Collector, you can see some of the figures that they put out. They put out pretty gnarly looking action figures.
I mean, the articulation for that looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty awesome wolf. What else do they have? Vampirilla. I didn't even know they did that. Oh, Purgatory. That's getting into some old comics, man. Okay, now I know why Rob chose these guys, because they're doing a lot of independent stuff. Like this is Dynamite. Oh yeah, they did the Red Sonja one. Oh, cool. I didn't even know that they were doing that. Oh, they do a she. Ooh, some heavy metal stuff. Rocketeer and Betty.
Betty.
Look at that Rocketeer. You know you want it, Austin.
See, that's the thing is I love the Rocketeer, but I'm partial to the movie Rocketeer. And see, I didn't like the purple rocket design. Yeah, that's my only thing.
Wow.
Now, is that so? Do you think that's a switchable head, or is that a loose, like a helmet that goes on like a Black Series?
Let's see. Oh no, it's a helmet.
Probably, maybe.
Well, I don't know.
It could still be just
his
head.
Yeah,
and he's just holding the.
That's true.
It's hard to tell.
It looks good though. It looks really good. She looks really good.
Yeah, she does. She does. I'm trying to see if they have anything else. Grendel. That's pretty cool. American flag. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Look at this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde monstrosity. Look at that. That's just be massive on your shelf. And the articulation on it. Jeez.
It looks like he got lost on the way to the bathroom.
All right, yeah.
I'd have to poo.
All righty. I guess that'll do it.
Yeah, we didn't get to everything, but
Yep.
maybe next time.
Yep. Before we go, some things that I will say to definitely check out. The Bad Batch season 3.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Season 3.
I still have to finish season 2.
I was going to say 4 episodes so far. The first 3 dropped, and now we're on the second week. So 4 episodes total so far. Yeah, I hadn't seen the fourth. First 3, really good.
Yeah.
Halo season 2, highly recommend. I know some of y'all probably aren't hot on the first season. I enjoyed it, but season 2 has been wild, especially as season episode 4, nonstop in crazy stuff. It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Reach. I mean, if you know Reach in terms of Halo lore,
I barely played Halo, so I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
I'll just say, it's a fun, in terms of storytelling, it's a fun textbook build up of a build up to crazy crap, crap hitting the fan of a foreboding threat on the horizon, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's there.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to finish season 2 of Bad Batch, and
I know I do.
Get on that season 3.
It's too much I got to catch up on.
Then we can talk about it because there's a lot going on in season 3 that connects to a lot of stuff in Star Wars.
Well, I imagine it's going to involve the Bad Batch.
Yeah. Dadgummit! Have you already seen it? All right. All right. That's going to do it for us tonight. Glad everyone could drop in. Dropped in. Thanks, JoeFan84 for the comments.
Yeah, I'm just gonna speak like Omega for the rest of the episode.
Omega.
Rika. Teak.
Yep. Batcher. Is Batcher. That's the dog thing's name, right? Batcher. Oh, never mind. You ain't seen it.
I can still say it. All right.
Yeah.
Later days.
All right. Later, people.
Right hand. You're not supposed to left hand. Later days. Bye.